Virgos have a mind wired like a high-tech processor, designed to analyze, dissect, and organize even the most chaotic situations. Imagine a puzzle with 1,000 pieces scattered on the floor. While most people might hesitate, a Virgo sees the big picture before even touching a single piece. This ability to focus on both the minute details and the overall structure gives them an edge in solving complex problems, whether it's decoding a tricky interpersonal dynamic or crafting the perfect plan for a weekend getaway. Their love for precision often extends to everything they do, from their career to personal projects. They are the ones who will read the fine print on contracts, double-check planetary alignments in astrology, or fine-tune the placement of books on a shelf. If you're ever in doubt about a decision, consult a Virgo. They'll weigh every factor, from the movements of the sun to the subtle traits of zodiac signs, to give you an answer that's as close to flawless as humanly possible. This analytical strength is especially visible in their ability to see hidden patterns. While someone else might overlook a subtle inconsistency, a Virgo will spot it instantly. Whether it's finding a typo in a document or unraveling the deeper meaning behind someone's actions, they're the type who thrives on uncovering what's beneath the surface. It's like they have an astral magnifying glass, bringing clarity to what others might dismiss as insignificant. However, their brilliance doesn't come without challenges. Virgos can sometimes overanalyze, replaying scenarios in their minds like a movie stuck on repeat. This tendency can make them hesitate to act, worrying about what they might have missed. A Virgo might analyze the best time to take a big leap, consulting everything from planetary transits to the phases of the moon, only to find themselves paralyzed by indecision. For them, balance is key, knowing when to trust their well-honed intuition instead of striving for unattainable certainty. What's remarkable about Virgos is that their analytical nature isn't just about solving problems. It's a way of connecting deeply with the world around them. They bring order to chaos and clarity to confusion, traits that naturally flow into their relentless pursuit of perfection. It's not about being right. It's about making everything from the practical to the astral just a little bit better. Virgos are the ultimate perfectionists, and this trait permeates every aspect of their lives. From the way they fold their laundry to the way they plan their day, everything must meet their high standards. Their homes often look like they were pulled straight out of a design magazine, immaculately clean, organized to perfection, and free of clutter. They take pride in their ability to create order and beauty, even in the smallest of details. This drive for perfection doesn't stop at their personal spaces. It extends to their professional lives as well. Whether it's crafting a detailed report or planning an event, Virgos won't settle for mediocrity. They're the co-workers who triple-check every fact and ensure that every presentation is polished. It's as if they're constantly seeking alignment, not just in the stars and planets but in the physical world around them. However, this quest for flawlessness can sometimes feel like a double-edged sword. Virgos often place immense pressure on themselves, striving to meet expectations that may be impossible to achieve. They may spend hours perfecting something that others would consider good enough, refusing to rest until it meets their ideal vision. It's like trying to align the sun, moon, and every planet in the zodiac. Exhausting but deeply satisfying when it all comes together. Interestingly, their perfectionism often inspires those around them. Friends and family might find themselves cleaning up or being more detail-oriented just to match Virgos' standards. But Virgos must remember that not everyone shares their eye for detail. Their tendency to critique, even when well-intentioned, can sometimes come across as nitpicky. Balancing their drive for perfection with patience and understanding is a lifelong lesson. Ultimately, a Virgo's perfectionism is rooted in their desire to create a harmonious world. For them, every action, every choice, and every arrangement carries meaning. This meticulousness seamlessly transitions into their role as natural advisors, offering insights that are just as precise as their environments. Virgos have an innate ability to spot solutions where others see problems, and they're often compelled to share their wisdom, whether or not it's requested. Imagine a friend venting about a messy relationship. Before you've finished your story, Virgo has already analyzed every angle and is ready with a game plan. Their advice is rarely wrong, but their timing? Well, that's another story. This tendency stems from their genuine desire to help. They see offering advice as an act of care, much like pointing out a potential alignment issue in someone's astrological chart. Their suggestions are usually grounded in logic, practical experience, and a touch of their signature analytical flair. Whether it's recommending a budgeting app or the best way to communicate with a stubborn coworker, their advice often feels tailor-made for the situation. That said, unsolicited advice can sometimes ruffle feathers. Not everyone is ready to hear how they can improve, even if the suggestions are gold. Virgos must learn to gauge when their insights will be welcomed and when it's better to keep their thoughts to themselves. A quick tip for those on the receiving end: if a Virgo is advising you, it's because they care deeply. Despite occasional resistance, many come to appreciate Virgo's knack for cutting through the noise and getting to the heart of the matter. Their advice often sticks in your mind, much like a catchy melody, slowly revealing its value over time. It's not uncommon for someone to circle back and say, "You were right," after initially brushing off Virgo's words. This ability to guide and advise is a cornerstone of who they are. However, their practicality doesn't always reveal their emotional depth, a quality that lies beneath their composed exterior and becomes evident only to those who truly know them. At first glance, Virgos may seem like stoic, practical individuals focused more on facts than feelings. They're the type who might approach a breakup by organizing their closet rather than crying into a tub of ice cream. But beneath this composed surface lies a deep well of sensitivity and affection that few get to see. Their reserved nature often stems from a fear of vulnerability. They're more comfortable analyzing emotions than expressing them, preferring to understand feelings through an intellectual lens. It's as if they approach their emotions like they would a planetary alignment, carefully, methodically, and with a touch of skepticism. Despite this, those who earn a Virgo's trust discover a profoundly caring and patient side. They're the friend who will remember your favorite snack or the partner who will quietly support you through tough times, even if they don't openly declare their love. Their actions often speak louder than their words, showcasing a devotion that runs deep. This emotional restraint can sometimes be mistaken for coldness, but it's really a form of self-preservation. Virgos protect their hearts with the same precision they use to analyze the world, revealing their true feelings only when they feel safe. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, each one revealing a little more warmth and complexity. Understanding Virgo's emotional world requires patience and attentiveness. And once you do, you'll find a depth of affection that perfectly complements their thoughtful nature. Their ability to hold on to what they love extends beyond people. It also applies to their favorite possessions and routines. Virgos are creatures of habit, and when they find something they love, they stick to it like glue. Whether it's a cozy sweater, a favorite cafe, or even a well-loved astrology app, they tend to hold on to their chosen items for years. To them, these favorites are more than just objects. They're symbols of comfort and reliability in an unpredictable world. Their attachment often extends to routines as well. Virgos might start every morning with the same ritual: a cup of tea, a quick glance at their horoscope, and a review of their meticulously organized to-do list. This consistency brings them a sense of stability, much like the steady movement of planets through the Zodiac. However, this fondness for the familiar can sometimes make them resistant to change. While others might eagerly embrace the latest trend, Virgos are more likely to stick with what they know works. It's not about being stubborn. It's about valuing quality and longevity over novelty. Interestingly, this trait can be a double-edged sword. While their favorites bring comfort, they can also hold Virgos back from exploring new opportunities. Learning to let go of old habits or possessions when they no longer serve them is a vital lesson. It's like recognizing when a full moon signifies the end of a cycle. It's time to release and make space for new beginnings. Their attachment is ultimately a reflection of their deep appreciation for life's small joys. And just as they cherish their favorite items, they also excel at juggling multiple tasks with the same precision and care. Virgos have an uncanny ability to juggle multiple tasks with remarkable precision. While others might crumble under the weight of a busy schedule, Virgos thrive on the challenge of managing their time effectively. It's as if their minds are constantly running on a perfectly synced rhythm, much like the celestial mechanics of the solar system. Whether it's balancing work deadlines, household responsibilities, and social commitments, they handle it all with an effortless grace that leaves others in awe. Their secret lies in their organization skills. Virgos are natural planners, and they love a well-structured routine. A Virgo's planner, or even their mental checklist, is often color-coded, categorized, and flawlessly executed. They prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance, ensuring no detail is overlooked. It's not just about ticking off boxes. It's about achieving results that align with their high standards. This multitasking prowess often extends to their hobbies and interests. A Virgo might spend their morning decluttering their space, their afternoon perfecting a recipe, and their evening researching astrology for an upcoming conversation. They have an insatiable curiosity and the discipline to dive deep into various areas without losing focus. However, their ability to take on so much can sometimes backfire. Virgos might stretch themselves too thin, saying yes to too many commitments in their quest to be helpful and productive. This can lead to burnout if they don't take the time to recharge. Learning to delegate and prioritize self-care is an essential skill for these multitasking maestros. Ultimately, Virgo's knack for multitasking is a reflection of their deep desire to make the most of their time. They understand that life is fleeting, much like the transit of a planet, and they aim to use every moment wisely. And while their practicality shines in their multitasking, their idealism is what fuels their relentless drive to improve the world around them. Beneath Virgo's pragmatic exterior lies a deeply idealistic heart. They have a vision of how the world should be, organized, harmonious, and filled with purpose. This idealism is what drives them to pursue perfection in everything they do. To a Virgo, every detail matters because it contributes to a greater, more beautiful whole. Their idealism is often most evident in their relationships. Virgos hold themselves, and those they care about, to high standards. They dream of building connections that are meaningful, supportive, and authentic. This can sometimes lead to disappointment when reality doesn't align with their expectations, but it also motivates them to nurture and improve their bonds with others. In their professional lives, Virgos' idealism fuels their work ethic. They don't just want to do a job well, they want to make a difference. Whether it's streamlining a process, offering practical solutions, or lending their expertise, they are driven by a desire to leave their mark. It's not just about personal success, it's about contributing to something larger than themselves. However, their idealistic nature can sometimes make them overly critical of themselves, others, and even the world at large. When reality doesn't match their high expectations, Virgos can feel frustrated or disillusioned. Learning to embrace imperfection and focus on progress rather than perfection is a lifelong journey for them. Virgos' idealism is their greatest strength and their greatest challenge. It inspires them to dream big and work tirelessly, but it also reminds them to appreciate the beauty of the present moment. After all, even the stars aren't perfectly aligned all the time, yet they still create a breathtaking cosmos. If you're in a bind, you'll want a Virgo on your side. They are the ultimate problem solvers, capable of breaking down complex issues into manageable steps. While others might panic or procrastinate, Virgos calmly assess the situation, analyze the variables, and come up with a practical solution. It's like watching a master strategist in action. Their ability to solve problems stems from their analytical minds and their unwavering focus on details. Virgos don't just address the symptoms of an issue, they dig deep to find the root cause. Whether it's troubleshooting a technical glitch, navigating a personal dilemma, or reorganizing a chaotic system, they approach every challenge with precision and care. Virgos' reliability extends beyond their problem-solving skills. They are the ones you can count on to follow through on their promises, show up on time, and deliver results. This dependability makes them invaluable friends, colleagues, and partners. When a Virgo says they'll handle something, you can trust that it will be done, and done well. However, their problem-solving tendencies can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. Virgos may take on too much responsibility, believing they are the only ones who can fix a situation. This can result in stress or feelings of being unappreciated. Learning to set boundaries and trust others to contribute is an essential skill for them. Ultimately, Virgos' knack for solving problems reflects their deep desire to create order and harmony. They see challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities to bring clarity and improvement to the world around them. And while they excel at addressing practical issues, they also bring a grounded wisdom to emotional and spiritual matters. Virgos are truly one-of-a-kind individuals, blending a sharp analytical mind with a deep sense of care and responsibility. From their perfectionist tendencies to their ability to solve problems with ease, they bring a unique energy to any space they inhabit. While their high standards and idealism may seem intimidating at times, they're ultimately driven by a desire to improve themselves and the world around them. Understanding a Virgo means appreciating their depth and complexity. They may appear reserved, but beneath their calm exterior lies a heart full of compassion and a mind brimming with solutions. Whether they're organizing chaos or offering heartfelt advice, their contributions leave an unforgettable impact on those lucky enough to know them. If you found yourself nodding along or thinking of the Virgos in your life, now is the perfect time to dive even deeper into the Zodiac secrets. Want to explore how Virgo energy interacts with your own sign or discover more about what the stars have in store for you? Subscribe now and join our cosmic community for weekly insights, astrological wisdom, and so much more. Whether you're a seasoned astrology enthusiast or just starting your journey, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Don't miss out, your celestial adventure awaits.